like you saw me doing the gymnastic for, I don't know, last 20 years, every morning in all kind of places. And it's a special breathing technique which was invented in the last century in the Soviet Union. And initially it got famous as a tool to treat pneumonia and side effects of pneumonia. Like, have you ever had pneumonia?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you will benefit from this. It's nowadays actually it's used as sort of second or sometimes main line recovery from COVID. Because it's kind of same issues with the lungs. When the lungs get stuck together, this exercise expands them. Have you ever had COVID? Okay, so you will benefit from this gymnastic as well if you do it every morning, or maybe I do it sometimes twice a day, depending on the day. And essentially, all happening for the, like the most benefit from this gymnastic comes from the sharp inhales, which you do through the nose all the way, not into your chest, but down into the belly, what's called the base. It's almost like when people sing and everyone tells them, sing from your diaphragm, right? It's like that base you're feeling. The funny thing, the gymnastic was invented initially to help singers to develop their...
maybe I will sing. Maybe I will start singing.
Singing, yes. So I actually asked some Indian people if it was kind of stolen from some pranayamas. Surprisingly, it looks like not. I don't know if you ever saw, it's called fire breath, Tummo.
And out.
But it's more like into the chest. There is also shining skull pranayama, which sharp exhales. So it's kind of a mixture of both, plus extra movements, so it makes it unique. And I think every movement actually adds extra layer of benefits. My main motivation, maybe not lungs, although that's good too, but you know, like my grandma, she was doing it almost till 100 years old, lived to be 105. So
wow.
So every time I do it, I'm like, maybe there was something to it.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing which everyone needs the most to live is breathing and oxygen, and this is exactly what you do every morning. You set up yourself for more volume of lungs. You expand them, like if you imagine a bag, which you blow into, it goes, boom, expands all the way. Okay, so again, we're breathing in to all the way into the bottom, so almost like I say, into the tail.
Okay, let me see. Let me feel the difference. How do I breathe usually? Do I breathe? Like, what do you think?
It looks like you're breathing a lot into upper chest.
Okay.
It should go down, down, down. Almost like, if you put your hand here, you should feel it push into, and yes, and
core,
as you,
right?
and
So
into the core, yes.
The core. Okay,
yes.
okay.
Into the core, into the bottom,
Yeah.
what's called pelvic floor, and ideally you should feel it as like a belt, as a cylinder expanding around the bottom, not just in front, but all around. You should feel it going to your back a little bit, to the sides. So actually, when the people lift in the gym, they also try to kind of brace the core, and it's sort of kind of similar feeling you should get there. And each inhale is active, right? You hit down, but exhale, it just happens by itself. And to keep it short, we're going to do every exercise for 16 times.
Do you get dizzy? Do you get dizzy?
No. I mean, you might get a little high.
Yeah, high. Yeah.
You might get a little high just from the oxygen. But
totally.
So the first thing is just, so on each movement, 4.
Wow, it gets tiring.
8. 12. Right, and that's number 1. So each exercise, it's not just breath. We're also going to cover each major joint in the body.
Beautiful.
So again, I usually do it in the morning. The first thing, like I drink a glass of water, then I go outside, ideally, like here, beautiful place, and just every joint you involve it, lubricate it, so it becomes double whammy right there.
Yeah, it looks easy, but it's not easy.
The more you do it, the more natural and easy it gets, and you don't have to do it 100 times each day. The idea is to start and just do it a little bit for a year, for example, and then you add second set. And in the third year, you add a couple more reps. So think about it not as doing.
So we're not in a rush.
We're not in a rush. We're not doing
Okay.
it just to do it for 1 month and say hooray. We're doing it for the rest of our lives.
Yes,
Okay.
agreed.
So second one, also for the neck, we did up and down, just left and right. And again, remember, inhale. Oxygen. Yeah, actually, if you want to jump into a cold ocean,
Yeah.
sometimes, like when it's really cold, I do a couple breaths. It kind of gives you more oxygen,
Yeah.
and
It's getting hot.
Yeah,
It's getting hot, yeah.
better. So next one, also for the neck, rotations. So we're doing 4 in one direction. Nope, no,
Just
no,
once. Okay, just once.
No, yeah. You inhale on the bottom. Yep. And then into the other direction. Okay, it's probably enough. I don't want to get too dizzy. Just feel how you feel
Yeah.
and act accordingly. And also sharp inhale, remember. Yep, like that. So you need to have that like hit, feel your tail. Or whatever the tail might be.
I do feel my tail.
Okay, so then we move to the shoulders. And, by the way, what other benefits this has? When we do this exercise, you train your brain to breathe through the nose. Keep your mouth shut. It helps with snoring, because oxygen, when it passes through the cavities here, you create more nitric oxide, which relaxes your body, reduces blood pressure.
Beautiful. That's
Cool.
all I need.
Everyone needs that, so
Yeah.
and you train yourself to do that daily. When you sleep, you just ingrain it to yourself. So next, just rotations. It doesn't have to be hard. You can do easy rotations. You can do full shoulder
Whatever I feel
rotations.
like.
Whatever you feel like.
If
Just
I feel, yeah.
especially when you wake up, you just want to move
Yeah.
gently all these areas, and you add that breath. And back.
Is it okay that I'm exhaling through my mouth?
Yeah, you exhale through your mouth, but don't exhale actively. Just let the air go out. Yeah, just like that.
Okay. Whew. Give me
Okay.
a break a little bit. Okay.
Next benefit is every yoga practice, whenever they teach you, from almost every Buddhist practice, when they tell you to breathe from your belly, because it relaxes your body also. Just the fact you take a deep breath, you exhale through all your body, you get more oxygen like that, and it's called, I think, vagus nerve, which goes through all your spine and up. When you involve it with like deep breaths, again, it gives you focus.
Wakes me up.
It wakes you up, and it makes you like more in here, more present, more focused,
Gotcha.
little less anxiety, more productivity, which is also good. And that's why pretty much every culture where they do anything with the breath, they train you to. And that's what we're trying to get into, more involve those muscles into the breathing process. Because usually through the day we don't think about it, but that's the moment where you say, okay, let's actually practice doing like this deep breath, which relaxes you, makes you more calm and based. Next, lower back. We're going to do bends forward, bends back. This one looks like this. Also like, yeah, that's gentle, sort of like, right, you involve it, but all right. And the second one is in sort of back.
Ah.
Just bend back. Yes, gently. Next benefit, there is one more. When you actually count the breaths, you feel the breaths, you do the movements, that's what's called meditation.
Yeah.
Because you're busy doing all this breathing. That's, again, every meditation teaches you to focus on your breath. That's exactly what you're doing every morning. During this exercise, you just doing what's called micro meditation.
Super.
So spend 2 minutes or 5 minutes to all these benefits plus this. And the next week, almost done. We're getting to the legs. So number one is just getting on your toes with the breath. Let's do 16. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, that was what musicians called counting in eighths. Or we can count it in 16ths. Okay, next one is bends like this, just for the knees. 1 E na 2 E na 3 E na 4 E na. Okay, that was.
What were you saying?
1 E na 2 E na 3 E. That's when you play music and you count the beat in your head.
It's E-na, 1 E-na, 2
Yeah, you're
E-na.
separating into 16ths the music bar. Like when you see those notes, depending on the color, they usually, well, when you play something quick, they're in 16ths. And that's how you count them in your head or tap. That's what, when I'm drumming, that's what usually I'm counting to myself. 1 E-na, 2 E-na. So this way I stay on time.
That's another benefit.
Yeah, well, that's kind of too deep. But if you're a musician, then yes, you can ingrain.
It's good to know.
You can start to ingrain this counting and staying on time. Well, coming back to the singing, and the last one, just gentle squats. Not deep, deep. Just feel your butt, a little bit. Like imagine like you have a chair behind you, or tall chair, and you just sit into it. 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, and that's it. And you should feel like a little hotter, a little sharper.
Feel like ready to go.
Yeah, you're ready to go, exactly. And because you involve all the muscles, you give them oxygen, suddenly I feel like, I even feel a little buzz in my head just from, oh, let's go.
Yeah, I know.
And as I said, that's what my grandma did.
I think my eyes are open now.
I think almost till 100 years old.
Was she in a good, sharp mind?
Yeah, she was in sharp mind. Yeah. I mean, she had a couple more secrets to her.
That's,
I have a separate video about that.